early birds and night owls. My name is Nox, aka Mako, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Fright Nights at Nightfall. So I just want to remind you guys that I am not quite yet placing any of the fine details because that does make the game a little bit more laggy than I would like for it to be, especially when I'm working on these things. And why the heck is this thing still testing? Let's close that down because we don't need that testing. And also, very important, the live stream that I had scheduled for October 31st is going to be rescheduled to October 30th. Reason being that I am going to be busy, unfortunately, on the 31st and not with Halloween things. I wish. But I have a few appointments and I don't have the time to stream on the 31st. So October 30th at, I want to say 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll tweet that out and hopefully that'll just be a good reminder. I'll even set it up in my events here on YouTube just so that I will not forget because I tend to be forgetful. I know. Anyway, so today, because we're going to try to stay away from the details because I see my, the game lagging a little bit for me, even though we don't really have too many guests. So today we're going to work on our giga coaster, and I already started on that. I started with adding some of our hills over here, because, well, this works out pretty well. It's not the most exciting thing, especially since these hills are absolutely massive, but it works. And, it takes us out to where we need to go, which is all the way over here. So we can actually bring this through here. I kind of want to do that. Bring it through here. And then we might bring it somewhere through the middle here, bring it through here, and then back around over here. I think that's going to be for the best because that way we'll get a nice, good view of everything that's going on throughout the park. And that's really what I want from this Giga Coaster. It can also be exciting, but overall, excitement isn't really what I'm looking for, and neither is fear. I'm just looking for a nice ride that's maybe semi-fun. Semi-fun, that's all I'm looking for. And then everything else can be, well, a little bit boring, I suppose. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to turn this, but when we do this, I want to maybe go on maybe another lift hill. I'm not so sure if I want to do it over here or over here. However, I might have to move this over if that's the case. Oh boy, I'm always pressing things, aren't I? I'm gonna have to move this over if that's the case because don't want to run into that. And I also want to try to bring this right through here, but at a higher level, so that means it goes over the path and you can't really see it clipping closer to this. So I guess I'll show you guys what I mean here if I'm not being clear with my words. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to start banking this over here. So we're going to turn that there. And I think this is probably a good place to start turning it here. We have to just level this off though, just like that. I don't know if leveling it off that fast is going to ruin things, but I hope it doesn't. And let's see. So I'm going to try to bring ourselves over through there. We're going to have to go at a much bigger arc here because we are not getting through there at all. We'd have to go through downtown, and that's not going to work out so well because that train station is pretty tall. Alright, so instead we're going to have to just flatten that out and just deal with it. So let's go for that. Maybe one more piece before we start arcing it? I don't know. Let's see. So we arc it at this angle here. Wait, was I arcing at a different angle? That's what it was. That must have been what it was, or I probably wasn't paying attention. Hey, that's always something that could be. All right, so this is basically what I just did. So let me go back one more. There we go. Turn it at that angle there. Turn it over here, and one more. One more. There we go. Whew. All right, so now that's perfect. Good. So this is gonna go right over that building, but I guess that's fine, just because it'll work either way. Alright, so now that we have this going this way, we should be picking up a little bit of speed right over here, so we should be able to go through this and then go up. And I just want to make sure that we are straight on first, so let me just go back a little bit here so I can actually bank this a little bit more. Why? Because I want them to feel that, just the feeling that you're turning here, okay? That's all that this is about. So let's go ahead and fix this up here, and we're going to go ahead and keep it straight over here, and now, you guys, we can actually start bringing this up. I don't know if I actually want a hill here, but we're going to go for it anyway, just because we're going to have to get, I don't know, pretty high once we get over to this side. Because, again, I think I want to have one lift hill here, the other one right over here. That way they're kind of like at opposite ends, because I could do it here, but there's currently rides there, and that's not going to work out so well for us. I could move them, but that's going to ruin things. It's going to ruin our current profit, which is actually quite nice. So we kind of need the money, especially since this ride is absolutely expensive. Look at these pieces. They're $300 each. Anyway, how high do we want this to go? Or how high can we go with this? So, of course, we probably can't have it higher than 215. Well, I say probably. We really can't have it higher than 215. But I am not looking for something that high. What I'm looking for, though, is how high we can go here. So I'm going to have to test this guy out first to see if this is going to work, or if we can go maybe a little bit higher just so we can drop it much more. And that way, we'll have more speed to get to where we want to go. So let's see if this works. And if it doesn't, well, we are definitely going to have to go into another lift over here then, just because. All right, so it's going to take a little while to get over here, though, because this is obviously a very, very long ride. So, you know, just give it time. Sunnydale has broken down. Wonderful, because we don't need the money right now. Total lie right there. All right, so anyway, we're going over here. We can go, okay, up there. So we can't go all the way up, but that's fair enough. We can just probably remove one piece. And let's test that out to see if it falls off. Because if it does fall off, then we know that we can turn this down, facing downwards, and that might work out well for us. So let's just test this out one more time here and see if this height is going to be okay. I'm going to assume that probably the good height for this is going to be the same thing as these hills over here, because, I mean, it kind of worked there. It's not like it was zooming by here. Like it's like slows down there, and then doosh, and slows down, and doosh. So let's see. It can make it through there. Okay, good. So we can turn this one down, and that way it'll work. Fair. All right. So I don't think I meant this piece, right? Or I mean, that might work. I probably should have done this first, huh? I know. One last time, you guys. One last time. I always think of things after the fact, but let's try this, and hopefully this will work. And let's see. I did see that there was some more vandalism. Oh yeah, we have to fix that like right now, because it seems like people are vandalizing more and more. Very unhappy people. Let's see. Security management, vandalism is right here. Oh wow, they actually destroyed a bench for once. All right, let's see. The ride is coming along. All right, you guys. And Q is starting to age. That's bad. We can go down. Ooh, it slows down there enough. So yes, if we bring it down, it's gonna be perfect here. All right, good. Works for me. Although we're gonna be crashing into a few things right now, so. Eesh. Just eesh. Alright, so let's go ahead and crash into these guys. And I mean, we're not going to be using this right now, so I guess it's okay that we crash. The only problem is that these guys might not be okay with the... Oh, whatever. I don't think they care, do they? They probably really don't. Just the newsflash right there. They probably really don't care. Alright, so this, we're going to have to start bringing it up. And I'm guessing that we can't go on a hill as high as that there. So we are going to have to do a hill here. But it can't be that high, so I'm going to have to turn it down right now, because we can't go, you know, we can't go that high, unless this has enough speed. Huh. Tempting as it is, this actually works pretty well, because it brings us right over this, and now we can go into our next lift hill here, which is absolutely necessary, because of course, we do not have enough speed. So let's go up to this, and then grab this guy, and can we bring it up higher? Ah, works. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that one. 2, 3, 4. Here maybe? I'm just like, do I really want it to go any higher than that? This side is apparently higher than the other side. Uh-oh. That's a problem. That's not what I wanted at all. So let me just bring this down a little bit like that. And now we do this. Flatten that out. Is that as... still a little bit longer, isn't it? Nah, friend. I'm sorry. Not that high. Let's try this and see if that'll work. Oops. 221. Oh man, I'm gonna have to cut this next one down here. This one right here has got to go down. So let's try that, and let's try this. Let's see, how are we doing here? 213, 215, perfect. Close enough for me, and that'll work. All right, so now what we have here is another drop. So we can do the 45-degree drop here because, well, we did a 45-degree lift, and hopefully we can get out of here and turn fast enough so we can, well, go that way instead of going out and all the way over here, because we're not really going to have anything out here, right? So let's see how we go about this, and hopefully this will work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to start lifting it maybe a little bit earlier, because this looks like it's going to be a little bit too much. So let's start lifting it here. Doop, doop, and then doop. Oh, this is a little bit too close for comfort. All right, let's just, how about this? Okay, that works. That does work. So, I mean, that's good for me. All right, good. And now, we bring this out, and we can maybe start turning it here. However, this turn is going to be a little bit scary because it doesn't really have anything. Fine, I'll bring it out one, then turn it. There we go. How's that? That might work a little bit better. And we might have... I don't know, it looks like we're a little bit too far away from the train, so we might have to place something behind that, but that's not going to be an issue because we will have some woods over here. So maybe this part can go through the woods that are over here. But remember that I said that I wanted to curve this in here and bring it out through here, so that might work out a little bit better. Sure, let's try that. However, I still am not a fan of this, but whatever. We're going to keep it as it is because that works.
And let's go back a little bit here so we can actually bank this over that way. There we go. Good, good. All right, so now we want to just straighten this out a little bit more and keep this guy straight for now. Of course, we do want to do a hill. So we're going to do that, and there we go. All right, so hills, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 4 on the other side, so this one might work out just the same way. Let's see, that's one. What? We can go a little bit higher, please. I'm pretty sure we can go a little bit higher, and if we can't, I'll definitely fix that in just a second. Let me do 1, 2, 3. Perfect, because now, guess where we are? We are at the level that we can go right through here, and, well, we can do, a nice little hill over here as well, so we can get through our forest here. So we'll go through our woods. So we'll go through this one, then we'll go through that one, go through the pumpkin patch and everything else, and then we'll turn from here over around here so we can actually get out of there. So that might work, but of course, I have to test all of this out to make sure that it works as we planned. Let me make sure, though, first things first, that we have the right speed here. Let's see, 12. That's not what I was looking at, was it? Is it? Oh. Catch car return speed. What? I didn't realize I had that. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. We can use that if you want to, but for now, it's just going to be as it is. And let's see. This is an absolutely massive coaster. Oh my gosh. So what we can do, though, is we can add some more trains if we... Uh-oh. We can't create coaster trains to make coaster start. No. I was hoping that we could add another one, especially since we have this here, but I think I'm going to have to add the piece where we actually block section it, but I don't know if it's going to work out super well here because that doesn't always work. Now, does it? I thought that if we added a second lift, it would work. Did I click the wrong thing, you guys? Did I accidentally click the wrong thing? No, that's the cable lift. Interesting. And I'm pretty sure that if I try to add the piece that I want right over here, it's not exactly going to work out super well. I mean, I could try it, but I'm pretty sure that last time it didn't work out well, and this time it's not going to work out well either, huh? Eesh. And we can't really bring it down. We have to bring it down at a very weird angle. Yeah, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. So, I mean, we might have to just leave it for now, and then we'll work with it later. But for now, let's just, well, undo that. Let's just keep it as it is and test this out. And then we'll think about adding more trains later. Especially since already it's going to be a very expensive ride to run. We really need to get more people on here, basically. All right, so let's test this again and see if everything here works. Because, again, I don't know if that's going to work out super well. And if it doesn't, we are going to have to actually clip back everything that we probably just did. Just so we can get, well, these hills workable. If not, then whoops. And park rating change, -41. Not good. But, I mean, we're still working on this, so it is what it is. Ooh, that guest happiness is not good either. Hold on, before we look at things. So they're really not happy. They seem to be hungry and thirsty, and they can't find enough places to eat and drink. The rides are all very expensive for them, so that's something to complain about. That explains a lot. There's a lot of damaged things around here. All right, fair. Wait, what? They're fixed. They're fixed, you guys. I don't know. It seems like they want some more food and drink. I mean, I did open these up over here, so I don't know why they're not visiting that area there. I mean, there's plenty of food and drink over there if you look for it. So, you little whiners, please stop. I did actually remove the chief bee that was here because I do want people funneling over here, since these ones over here were actually losing money. But it seems like they just don't care. They want to stay in this area and not venture out from the huge crowds. I mean, that's their own fault. But at the same time, that is impacting us. So that's an issue. Anyway, let's continue testing this thing so I can actually see if it works. Where's our train here? Oh, gosh. Wait, whoa. So it made it through, but I didn't see that it made it through. I wanted to see how nicely it went. So let's actually go for our excitement heat map here and see if we can get a nice picture of what this looks like overall. That is going ridiculously slow. Okay, there we go. I was like, whew, that is very slow. But I guess that's the drive tires there. All right, so we do have a little bit of excitement there, and then the excitement slowly starts to disappear through here, and then over there it's just like, nope. Over here has some nice excitement. That's probably because that's also a fear-inducing area, and over here, it just dies. It dies, you guys. It just straight up dies. But over here, hey, look at that. There's a lot more excitement here, and we do get some right back over here. So if you add too many hills, yeah, it's not going to be as exciting, but, I mean, we had to add that just because we can't really have something flat going on here. So this does work. It's perfect. It actually works. So now it's just a matter of turning this guy over here. So, I mean, we have to bring it out a little bit of a ways away so we can get it through here, because that's where I want it to go. Just right through here, across from this, and into the woods through here. Probably right next to the go-kart track, because if we have it right over the go-kart track, that may pose some problems in terms of going south with this, like going down. Whew, ah, man, coaster building. It's a very tiring adventure here. Let's see if we can do this right so we can actually turn properly. So we're gonna have to turn very gently and over. So we have to bring this up at some point, which I guess is okay. Because I mean, we can probably get some excitement from that. So let's bring it out maybe one more before we actually start turning it. Because if we turn it, we're going to be going further out towards the right area, right? Close enough. It looks like it's close enough, so yeah, I'm good with that. Alright, let's go ahead and start bringing this guy up, and that way we can go right over the train and not disturb anything else that's happening over here. Although, I realize now I did not make it all the way as I wanted. Let's go ahead and bring it over here like that. Ta-da! And now we can actually bring it up, because I think that's what I was doing, right? I started lifting it there. Alright, and we do that there, and we start to bring that right back. Good, and I wanted to bring this out straight. There we go. Alright, so we go right over our trains, and I'm going to assume that we go right over our woods, which is going to be fine. And we can always use some more lifts here, just because. Maybe not this high, though, because this one's clearly going much higher than that last one. Let's go ahead and do something like this. 103 probably works. And we want to bring it down here. This is going to be where the pumpkin patch is, or parts of it, I should say. So we can probably just do the houses along this road here. Maybe have some pumpkins strewn throughout here. I don't know. Again, details come later because lag. And let's see if we can actually make it through this area without bumping into anything important like this right here. It looks like we will, though, so I'm going to have to keep it high. Otherwise, we are in for a heck of a lot of trouble. So, I mean, I might have to just do something flat-ish, or maybe just do this, and then... Ooh, this is going to be weird. And I don't know if it's going to actually make it through here, but I kind of want to go back so I can make this, like, right evenly over this. So, to do that, we're going to have to clip this down a little bit, and then turn it down like that. Ta-da! Alright, now we can actually just bring this... Oh, wait, we have to clip it back like that, and then do the rest of these, like that length there. So, does it go over the teacups? Perfectly, actually. So, that works for me. Alright, so... I can go right up through there before we turn again. So we need to just bring this out flat-ish. There we go. And now we can probably start turning, honestly. So let's go ahead and bring our turn this way for the first time, it seems, because usually we're turning towards the other side, too. Let's see. We're going to have to go up over here eventually. Just got to keep reminding myself that. Otherwise, we are going to collide just like that in a way that we do not want. So let's just bring it right up through there. Good. And I want to keep curving it, though, because, again, we need to bring it through the woods and out back over here. So let's see, how far can we go without... oh, we can go right over the trees. That probably might be a little bit fun, won't it? I think that'll be quite enjoyable, sure. But again, we have to watch how high we go because we do not want to go too high. Alright, so let's go one more, and then we start banking out this way so we can actually bring it down. Because we need to bring it down. And do we really want to go that way? We can go straight out so we can go that way, then turn it over here somewhere. Yeah, I think that might work for the best. Alright, so... let's go ahead and start fixing this out here. Then doing that there. Good. And we can just continue bringing it down right through the woods. Perfect. All right. And we go right over the go-kart track, too. Nice. All right. So all we have to watch out for right now is the hill. Because the hill is, this hill here. That's what I'm talking about. This hill is apparently a pretty big problem. Anyway, we can just go one straight here. And we can start turning. Because we have to turn at this point here. So we can actually bring it out this way and then back around that way. Again, longest coaster ever, but the point is that it's going to be a pretty scenic coaster. So let's go ahead and start turning ourselves this way, and we will have to go up, just because I want a little bit of a last-minute excitement, I suppose. If we can, so I should probably just test it right now, huh? Yeah, I know. Lots of testing. Lots of testing has to go into this, again, just because, one, it's expensive, two, it's absolutely massive, and we have to make sure that it works. Oh my gosh! These people need to relax. I know that this is all pretty much red, but seriously, just relax. There's a reason that these things are expensive, and it's because everybody wants. And if we don't try to capitalize off you guys, you know, it's not going to work out so well for us. Anyway, let's see. So, of course, it goes through this. We know that it works through here. So that's so far so good. It slows down there, which I actually like, but apparently that kills the excitement, so whatever. And this seemed like it stopped, so I might be able to get rid of some of these pieces here and catch it just when it's going a little bit too slow for comfort. All right, so it goes over that hill. Good. Aha! That one is too high. So as much as I tried to do that, it just did not work. All right, so fair enough. Let's go ahead and go back through here and fix this hill because apparently I really like it, but it's just not okay. Or we could go at a different angle just to make it work. That's definitely a thought here, just because I like that bump there. So let's see, if we go at let's go ahead and fix ourselves here at this angle here, we might be able to bring, 1, 2, 3, this is going to be a lot shorter, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think this one's going to work out as well, unless I go back here, and let's see, I do this, and I keep it at that size, but then these pieces, I shorten it down like a lot, like this, so we go a little bit higher, a little bit faster. So that might work. Of course, we're going to have to make this one a very, very long hill, so I don't know if we're actually going to have enough speed to get all the way through here. That's another concern of mine right now. And let's see, we are going to have to stretch this out so we can do the proper, oh boy, we're going to have to dump this down just like that. Ew. That's not really ideal, but I guess it is what it is. Let's see, just like that, good, and we are going down. Yes, we are. We are going to hit this ride now, for sure, for sure. Wait, what? We didn't hit the ride. Okay, well, I guess for sure is not really that for sure. Alright, well, anyway, we made it through here, so that's all that matters to me. And let's see, we are almost on the ground. Good, okay, we are on the ground now. Now is where we turn, and I guess I might have to make this turn a little bit more deadly just because of this guy. Just because of this guy here. However, I do want to check. Oh, let me just go back here, turn that over that way, and bring this up here. Good. I want to check to see if it'll actually make it through here, because, again, this one, you waste a lot of speed going through here, so I don't know if it's going to actually work. I know, you guys. Let me just test this out one last time, and we should be good with being able to finish this off in no time. Okay, so we've kind of sort of finished the Giga coaster. Unfortunately, though, it is very unexciting and somehow very nauseating. I don't know where that nausea came from. Let's see. Previous run data. Overall, it seems like that nausea is just strong here and here, so I'm surprised that that number is actually very, very high. Something about that doesn't seem right at all, so I'm going to have to look this over, you know, on my own time and take care of this, because somehow these guys are making this jump up, and somehow the excitement is actually getting killed by, well, just very few parts. Like, I mean, look at these high numbers all throughout here. This obviously has to stay that way just because it's the very end, and I mean, the very beginning, and I wanted to, you know, ride through the haunted house, or whatever you want to call it. And overall, it looks like we have a lot of 7s and 6s, so I feel this is maybe not accurate at all. Maybe because of this. I don't know, I still feel like this isn't actually very accurate, so I'm gonna have to try to make it a little bit more exciting, especially on these humps here, because these guys are not that fun, and this might raise the fear, but right now the fear is actually good, so I have to be very, very cautious. Let's actually look at where we have the most fear overall, because that's going to be a bit of a... How do we get that number when this is really the highest that we have here? Huh? Any input that you guys have will be much appreciated, so I can actually fix this coaster up and make it work properly. But it's done in terms of where I want it to go. So I want it to just go from here all the way back here, through here, bring it back through here, through the woods again, because this is going to go through the woods right there, and over here. This does go over the go-kart track, but I might have to change things again, since these stats are just not okay. Also, the thing that I realized was that the cars were getting stuck here, actually, because we did not put enough time between the minimum departure interval. So this goes now, and this guy waits here for 35 seconds because there's this tiny little piece. I like to call it the little catcher. And it's like, it did actually make it all the way down, but I didn't see it. What? $10,000 monthly profit? What the heck? What the heck just happened? I don't know how that happened, but sure, I'll gladly accept that anyway. So yeah, this, not a great ride right now, but I definitely want to change it. I just want to keep it kind of in the areas where it's going. I know it's probably, these stats are probably being affected because it's a massive ride, but if that's the case, we might have to just cut it like somewhere over here and clip all of this off just to try to keep the stats high. So I don't know, you guys let me know what I'm meant to do about that, because, well... Again, nobody's going to ride it if it's that bad and this nauseating, so we need to make it at least orange bad, and I want to keep it green nauseating just because I don't want people throwing up all over the place for a ride that's not even that nauseating, so whatever. Anyway, so rides, of course, we need to fill this area out, fill all these areas out with rides or just decor, and we do have a new piece of decoration. It's, if I can find it, let's see. The Gothic Abbey. David in the comments linked me to this, and it is the perfect size for, wow, that lag, but it is the perfect size for the type of building that I wanted in this area here, so I really, really like this. Of course, we're gonna have to fit this in once we actually add the house here, though, so that we know exactly what room we have for these things and where I can actually put it. So we know that that's there. And as much as I would love to use the Gothic church, it is just way too massive. I mean, it's going to be much bigger than the house, and that would not be okay at all. So it's a beautiful building, but maybe not today. Maybe somewhere else if I can find a nice spot for it. But overall, right now, no. All right, so what I want to focus on right now is our flat rides again. Yes, we're going to go right back to our flat rides because, like I said, I want to make sure that we have enough. So we have plenty of rides for everybody who's here. And I have to be very careful though, because again, I did set a limit for 2,000 guests. However, I can raise that limit after we're done, just so we can maybe make a little bit more money, especially since it seems like we're going to have a lot of rides, and I want to make sure that, well, it's going to be worth it. Right, so this part here is part of the woods, and I want to add this right here because it just looks like it'll fit here with the woods. I will have to delete some of these trees, though, again, because they are not the type of trees that actually work well here, and, well, I just want it to match, okay? I just want it to match, and this also gives us a nice, I want to say, like, location spot for the coaster, so we know that we can maybe go over this ride if we really, really want to, or we could just, like, go right next to it, because that's apparently what we're doing right now. So let's see, can we fit this nicely in the ground a little bit? Like I said, I'm going to remove the trees, so it doesn't really matter too much about the trees. I guess we can lift it up slightly, just because I want to make sure that it's level with everything else. So we don't have any of the important pieces dug down into the ground. It looks like we have an arch here. I really like that. I really love these pieces. Even though the ghosts don't look that spooky, they look more cute than anything else. But that works for me. So we have this right behind the witch's mansion, and I kind of like that because, again, this is going to be part of the woods, and I want to add more and more stuff to the woods. So, speaking about woods, there is a ride, I want to call it the coaster skin, that Big Daddy Joe linked me to, and it is for the Lycanthrope, which is a floorless coaster, and I know we already have one, but this one is very woodsy and kind of perfect for this. So we can always just dip this in here, but of course I want to get rid of those trees first, so I'm just going to put this guy out here so I can work with it later on, remove all the trees, and then move the coaster somewhere in there where it won't actually bump into anything else, because we might have to float it, actually. I'm thinking about it. We might have to float it a lot just so we can fit it in there, but that's okay. Alternatively, we could put it on this side here, because we don't really have too much going on in the woods over here, so that might work out well. I mean, I might have placed it close to where it's supposed to go. Hey, so that works out well for us. All right, so any other rides that we want in here? Well, I know for sure that I want this because I love the bumper cars, and I hope that I can actually find a proper skin because, well, why not, right? And I know I said that I wanted a coaster in this area, but I'm going to say no for now because it seems like we have way too many coasters, and it's going to cost a lot to run those, and I don't want to actually continue adding on to that cost just in case. As for the elixir machine and the Rocktopus, I kind of do want to keep these. Let me change the color of this, though, because this is looking very American, and that is not what I'm looking for right now. Let's see, the red color can go to black. I believe this color here can go to, like, purple or something like that. The white can stay white, or we could probably try that. Ooh, I like that, although it doesn't really match with that purple, so I'm going to have to change the purple to a darker one. That looks a little better, and this, what is this? Ah, the car seats. I kind of like them being, that green color, because it looks extra gooey and spooky. I don't know, it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that back there. I kind of want to keep this one, but I do want to place other rides that maybe we've not used before. Let's see, flat rides. I was already in the flat ride area. So I kind of want to go for more thrill rides than anything else, again, because that tends to work out pretty well for us. Kickflip is not beloved by many, so we just have to kick it out. We cannot accept that ride at all. These two are big new. We already have that one. I think I do want the 360 power because it generally does pretty well in our parks, and I want to make sure that we have things that actually work out, superbly well. That way we can earn enough money. We already have the forge, we already have, well, we're going to have the hammer swing pretty soon. Insanity is definitely something I've been considering, especially since it seems like it has enough seating, so I think I want to go for that one as well. And I will go for another sundial, I think, because the one that we have right now is probably going to be in a bad condition. Actually, we don't even have to rebuy it, do we? We can just refurbish it, and it should be as good as new. As for the rest of these rides, I mean, I probably should go for some more gentle rides. We already have the teacups, though. We already have the Skywatcher. We have the Genie. Maybe we have almost enough rides, actually. We may even find... we have a ghostly or spooky Chairplane, so we don't really need another one now, do we? No, we don't. I think I really like the Collider, though, enough that I want to place it here, so we'll go for that one as well. So these guys here are all the rest of the rides that we are going to include somewhere within the park, and we have this whole area here where we can actually add some rides, but For some reason, I really want to add a coaster there, but at the same time, I'm just like, no more coasters. But no, I feel like I want to add a coaster there. We could add these rides there, but I don't think they would go well at all. So, what was I saying? That the spooky ride, the spooky, let's see, spooky Chiro plane, that's right. So this one, I mean, I like the skin a lot, but this one doesn't really fit with this. It's more like, hey, let's go to the graveyard to actually use this ride there. So that might be how it's going to have to be because, well, it doesn't really fit anywhere else. And, I mean, we have this room over here by the graveyard, so that wouldn't be that much of an issue at all, actually. This can work. It has the potential to work. It's just, I'm going to have to wait because for some reason, wait, is that the path one? Terra, Dirt, Rock, and, is it, oh, it has a priority pass lane. Hey! That works. Although, again, this is not a hill, is it? It is not a hill at all. Why is everything, like, dug in here, then? Gotta make sure that this is all level as it should be, because I don't want this looking kind of weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to wait on this one just so that we know exactly where the paths back here are gonna go and everything like that. That way we can actually place this ride and be able to use it properly, because, well, I don't want to just throw around anything and be like, hey, it works, so it works, and that's just gonna be a big waste. Also, this spooky pumpkin, I really, really like this. However, it has no mouth, and that's just what's bothering me. Also, it's absolutely massive, and I don't think we have enough room for it over here. We could actually just put it right on top of here, but I think that just looks a little bit weird. That just looks so bizarre. So, things that I want to know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think that we should do for the coaster here? What do you guys think we should actually put on top of here? Because I really would like to fill this area in. It looks like a nice bumpy hill right now, but it looks like it should have something on top of there. Maybe extra gravestones or something like that. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I am down for those ideas. And I know that I said that I wanted to put a mine over here. Now, we are still limited on the 3 that we have. I am very tempted to go with this one just because it's small enough and it'll actually work. However, it's actually very, very expensive when we are broke. Oh my gosh. I did not realize we were out of money. Okay, well, that makes sense. But this one will work, and we could probably even just stuff it right up in here. So as much as it's, red, and I'm not feeling it too much, it'll definitely do the trick as to what we want here. So, I mean, these are easily placeable. I don't really have to do too much work on that stuff there. So, you guys let me know, and we'll incorporate those changes in the next episode. Because that is it for this episode of Planet Coaster, Fright Nights and Nightfall. If you enjoyed, hit that like button to show your support, and do subscribe if you already haven't. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome night.